All right, let's jump straight into today's explainer. We are deconstructing a really fascinating, highly strategic professional service proposal from Ricardo Duval. He's pitching himself as an independent systems and community consultant. And honestly, what we have here is basically a brilliant blueprint. He's taking high-level corporate engineering tactics and deploying them directly into community organizations, specifically targeting a facility called Paul's Place. He is proposing to step in as a true force multiplier. We're talking about blending ruthless technical efficiency with on-the-ground direct community impact. Here's how we're going to break this all down today. First, we'll cover the asset, which is his capability statement. Second, the mechanics of his engagement model. Third, we'll look at the proof of concept. Fourth, the backup plan, featuring a really unique referral clause. And finally, number 5, deploying systemic excellence.
Starting right off with Section 1, the asset and his capability statement. Let's get into it.
Before we can even really understand the proposal, we have to look at the consultant himself. This isn't just someone with a passing interest in community service. We are looking at a highly trained engineer. Just look at this chronological progression. He built his foundation with a bachelor's in construction engineering from Florida A&M and follows that immediately with a master's in engineering management from NJIT. From there, he steps right into the corporate matrix, taking on the role of manufacturing team leader 2 at Raytheon, managing serious DoD contracted production. Fast forward to 2024, and he adds a Florida builder license to his toolkit. So he's literally bridging the gap between high-level engineering theory and practical field-level infrastructure. Now hold on, because this exact number is absolutely wild. $400,000. That represents the combined annual operational savings he personally drove while at Raytheon. He wasn't just managing a team, he was optimizing massive systems. He implemented Six Sigma projects, he ran Kanban systems to streamline workflows, and the big takeaway here? He is taking that exact same ruthless, data-driven efficiency, the stuff used to save hundreds of thousands of dollars in defense manufacturing, and he's proposing to apply it directly to community aid. Moving right along to Section 2, the mechanics. Let's look at his full-stack engagement model. So how does this actually work in practice? Well, he's pitching what he calls a full-stack approach, and he really means full. He isn't offering to just come in and do one specific thing. He's tackling 4 totally distinct pillars. First up, operational optimization. That means bottleneck analysis, process re-engineering, and troubleshooting to slash the facility's administrative overhead. Second is infrastructure. He's literally using his construction licensing and disaster recovery experience to handle physical facility utility repair and maintenance. Third, he acts as a community catalyst. He's proposing facilitating seminars focused on goal identification, removing mental blocks, legal navigation, and even emotional and spiritual stability. And finally, technical and media support. We're talking grant writing, web management, and AI process automation. It is just a massive, comprehensive breadth of service. But here is the kicker. And honestly, this is probably the smartest tactical move in the entire proposal. He calls it the compliance advantage. He intends to operate as a true independent contractor, and to do that, he's deliberately keeping his monthly engagement strictly under the $600 threshold. Why does that matter? Because legally, keeping it at or below $599 completely strips away the usual administrative friction. It creates a zero-burden partnership. Just think about the sheer financial logic of this for a second. Normally, nonprofits face this massive bureaucratic nightmare when they want to bring on help, right? Traditional hiring, payroll taxes, benefits, endless paperwork, it's a headache. But by capping this engagement at $599 a month, his streamlined solution cuts right through all that red tape. The organization gets an injection of high-level professional talent with zero tax, zero payroll, and zero benefits overhead. It is completely frictionless. Okay, on to Section 3, proof of concept. Let's keep moving. You see, the dossier doesn't just promise these incredible results. He provides immediate, actionable evidence right out of the gate. He's included actual proof of concept materials. We're talking about draft outlines for those social recovery seminars and mock legal advocacy frameworks that are already prepared. He isn't just throwing around buzzwords. These materials prove he can translate those dense corporate engineering principles directly into tangible, immediate aid for the community. He is literally ready to execute on day one. Next up, Section 4, the backup plan, centering around a very strategic referral clause. So, what happens if this specific partnership with Paul's Place just isn't the right fit? What if they simply aren't in a position to leverage him right now? Well, he actually accounts for this perfectly. Look at this powerful quote outlining his core mandate. He says his primary objective is the stabilization and empowerment of the community. Yes, his preference is to integrate into this specific facility, but he recognizes that organizational needs vary. His ultimate loyalty isn't to landing a single contract. His loyalty is to his mandate, ensuring that, as he puts it, systemic efficiency is prioritized over stagnation for the benefit of those in need. Because of that rock-solid mandate, he includes this referral clause. He states plainly that if an organization cannot utilize him, he is fully prepared to take this $599 no-overhead aid package to other regional partners. He explicitly invites the reader, if they decide to pass on the proposal, to provide a professional recommendation to take his services elsewhere. It is such a bold, highly confident move. It basically says, hey, this high-level AI optimization and social navigation service is going to help this community thrive, whether it's through your doors or the facility right down the street. And that brings us to our final part, Section 5, Deploying Systemic Excellence. Let's wrap this up. At the very end of this incredibly structured pitch, he leaves the decision-makers with a simple yet incredibly weighty question. Are you ready to partner to achieve systemic excellence? He's inviting them to review his credentials and step into a transparent, highly productive engagement. And looking at all this, it really makes you wonder about the future of agile, low-overhead consulting in the nonprofit sector. If highly skilled engineers can package their expertise like this to completely bypass bureaucratic red tape, just imagine how quickly we could optimize our community support systems across the board. It's an absolutely fascinating model and a masterclass in how to pitch undeniable value.